We're going to do a little role play. And we're going to do some incident command stuff. So I have cards to see what you're going to do. And I get to pick. Come on up front. Tell everybody what you are, who you are.
Well, I am the local fire service leader. When there's an emergency, people call us because we get the job done. I bring all the big tools with us, and I'm in charge.
Let's see.
The leader exerts authority, but my job and the tools I use, supposed to click these.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And put your hats on.
Give me authority to protect the public in an emergency. I am in charge.
I am the campus hazardous materials and chemical safety expert. What I know will keep everyone safe. So I'm in charge.
I am the senior paramedic. We have injured people and the potential for many casualties. Life safety is always the first priority, so I am in charge.
I'm the university's medical director. I have responsibilities for campus health. The public health emergency, I have authority and I am in charge.
I am in charge of the physical facility. It is my building, and what happens in and around it, it involves my facilities. I'm in charge.
I am from the DEP. I need to know right now, how are you going to protect everything and everyone?
I am a campus volunteer. I'm a member of the campus the campus MRC, the Red Cross Club. I am an EMT and a nursing major. With all my training, I'm the most valuable resource on campus.
I am a member of the local media. I have a right to be at this emergency, and the public must be made aware of what is going on.
I'm the oldest guy here. I'm definitely in charge. I'm the town representative. I represent all those citizens that worry about what happens here and then affect them. One
I'm a university administrator. I answer to the trustees and the governor. I'm a go-to jail guy, so I'm in charge.
I'm a university student. This is my school. Everything is for me. So I am ultimately the one who needs to be making the decisions.
Just because I run out of cars don't mean you guys are out of luck.
I'm a parent. I spend a lot of money to send my kids here, so you better make sure everything you do makes me happy.
And I didn't want to give this one to anybody in particular one. This says FEMA on it. And it says, I am from the government. I have a lot of resources I can make available if things are done my way. So let's think about our drill. Our drill in April is, there's been a chemical release, so it's hazardous materials. By statute, by law, fire departments have authority over hazardous materials. It's at the campus. We have people that are potentially injured, potentially contaminated. Plus we have worried well, a lot of people outside the incident that are going to be having problems. So, who's in charge? So here are all your roles and responsibilities. Should she be in charge alone? Should you be in charge alone?
No.
Okay, I'll take the incident command card and I'll give you that. Who do you think should be in your unified command? Okay, go with her. No, just stand, but we gotta be in front of the video.
Oh, I'm the MRC nurse major. I'm in all the clubs and I'm super certified.
I think,
Really?
yeah,
I'm campus hazardous materials.
yeah.
Okay, so go with her. Pull over here a little bit. So, let's start looking at what's in your hand. So here's our unified command. Think about what you have responsibility for, and now there's an incident going on, and you've got 40 or 50 emergency workers working. What kind of a structure would you want to start to develop? Or what are some of those things you'd want to break off and give to other people that maybe have better resources at them than you do? So you can pull those apart and look at them. They all say something on them.
Figure them out.
Yeah. And you could even group some together.
Okay.
So what does the liaison officer do?
Liaison is in charge of getting other.
Okay, and you could also put the liaison in the agency community representative. I'll let you put those two together as one person. And then what would be some of the interested parties that you'd want to group with the liaison officer?
Forget whoever.
What are some of the different things we pulled up front?
We have hazardous materials.
No, I meant all.
Oh, all of them? Oh, we have, like, I don't know,
So who would a liaison talk to?
the media?
If you look in there, there's somebody for the media. Oh, right down the top.
Oh, just kidding.
So we have people sitting down. You could give assignments to people who are sitting down.
Yeah.
So where's our media person? Oh, you get to go with her.
How does she know what to say?
That could be briefed with the planning group. It could be briefed through the incident commander, but this is like a point. And the public information officer may have the role to say, the incident commander will hold a press conference at 2 o'clock. But it's just more of a, to categorize groups.
Operations?
So what kind of operations would be going on? What did we say here? Triage, treatment, decontamination, and sheltering. So those are your operations. So you as incident commander, do you want to be in charge of all of those, or do you want to have an operations chief?
You want to have an operations chief? Ready? Ready?
I have a hat left. Look at that. Oh, you know what? Oh, I forgot one. Where's my student? Oh, there you go. So who's gonna go with the operations chief?
Planning and logistics.
No, if, the operations chief is in charge of triage, treatment, decontamination, and shelter.
Then
So who would do triage and treatment?
and the paramedic and the medical director.
And we need somebody for shelter. Who would be a good shelter person group? Aha! So they can go over with operations too.
So finance, I would pick. You.
Okay, and the time representative.
School administrator.
Aha, there's a good finance person. So how do we deal with the town?
The fumes are blowing into my town.
So what, I think you already gave it out actually.
Did I?
Who do we want to work with the town?
The liaison.
Oh, we didn't hand that
No,
one
we
out,
didn't
huh?
hand it
Oh, anybody else still, everybody's got an
Yeah.
assignment, huh? Well, he could be his own liaison officer.
And yet. We're grouping that.
Yeah, we can group that together. Let's see. You're a parent. Oh, who's good at dealing with parents?
Parents. I would say.
Who takes all their money?
The administrator.
So, we have planning and logistics. You.
Yeah, because he's in charge of the facility, that's a good one to give logistics to. What kind of incident do we have? What caused our incident?
We have this bill.
So, what kind of a chemical expert do we have?
We have the hazmat.
Okay, get the hazmat, they're over in operations, right?
Yeah.
The state showed up.
Okay. Yeah.
So, how many people in this emergency are gonna talk directly to you? Let's figure it out. So, logistics, raise your hand, one logistic person.
One from that, one from finance, one from operations, one from public information.
They don't count.
Oh, yeah.
You count, but anyway. That's one thing I didn't mention is the command staff, the public information officer, the liaison officer, and the safety officer don't count towards our span of control.
Okay.
Because they kind of operate independently unless they need something specific. So, you did really well. So we've got planning, logistics, and finance that are reporting to you. How many people are reporting to, where's my operations person? How many people are reporting directly to you?
4.
So we're still well within our span of control. We didn't think about what we're gonna do with our 3,000 students, but they're over here milling around. I think they're protesting, actually. So, does this help make sense out of what I meant by a modular organization, that we can piece it up? What did you end up holding on to?
Planning and all of this.
Well, what do these things say?
Assessing priorities.
So who would assess you the priorities?
I would say, I'd say logistics maybe.
Well, I mean, what I mean by assess priorities are, it could be patient care, but it's more general on what do I need to get done first as an incident commander. So that might be between you, planning, which you held on to, and operations.
Then develop an incident action plan.
So once we decided what our priorities are, then we've got to start determining what are we going to do. And again, it's the planning and the operations and the command and what logistical support can I get.
Next is manage incident resources.
We did that as we started to do this. So now, that's a resource that could be a liability, what are we gonna do with all our students? But also now we've got the town resources maybe that come in and that we're calling for help with, or the state resources that are coming in, how we're gonna manage them.
Coordinate overall emergency activities.
That's you.
Ensure responder safety.
Well, you handed off your safety
Yep.
officer, but all the decisions we all make have to come back to our own safety.
Coordinate activities of outside agencies.
Oh, you could hand that a one way, right? Because you already had the liaison officer.
Yep. Authorize release of information to the media. Determine strategic goals.
So that stays with the planning as well.
Assign tactical objectives. Develop appropriate organizational structure.
That's what we've been doing.
Collect and evaluate information about the incident.
Planning. Oh, you kept that one,
I
didn't
got
you?
that one. Provide facilities, services, and material in support of the incident.
Who does that sound like?
That would be, I would say, logistics?
Yep.
Yeah. Plan for financial and cost analysis aspects. Definitely finance. Kept the rest of them.
So you can see where now it doesn't maybe seem as overwhelming because you shared a lot of those responsibilities and you gave them the authority to act on your behalf as well. So if you put your hats all back here in a pile for me and the little index cards, just leave me a pile up on the table, that'd be great.